A number of you have asked me to comment on recent interviews that Robert Garcia has done with several YouTube channels. Now, Garcia has revealed that Anthony Joshua called him up recently and said that he's going to be shopping around for yet another new trainer. So presumably he won't be working with Garcia for his next fight. Now, in the run-up to the Usyk rematch, Garcia in several interviews seemed to hint that all was not going well in training camp with Anthony Joshua in terms of the relationship him and Joshua had. He talked about, days when AJ might not be happy with him, and he also seemed to hint that he didn't have a direct line of communication with AJ, which is never a good sign. It seemed like he was having to go through a middleman. And after the Usyk rematch, Robert Garcia did even more interviews where he was hinting even more strongly at the way things had gone in training camp. And he even said that Usyk was mentally stronger than Anthony Joshua. Now, even if you believe these things, and presumably Garcia genuinely believes the stuff he says, I wondered at the time, and I said in a video at the time, whether it was a good idea for Garcia to be saying this stuff to the media or hinting this stuff to the media, because his fight to Anthony Joshua might take it as a betrayal of trust. AJ, to me, seems to come across as quite a private person, not an extrovert person, more of an introverted person, right? Not complete introvert, but he's certainly more introverted than, let's say, Tyson Fury, who in the gym you would imagine Fury to be wisecracking and joking around and giving everyone nicknames and teasing people and just a real boisterous, gregarious character in the gym. When he's in the gym, everybody knows about it, that kind of thing. Whereas when AJ's in the gym, according to Richard Riakporhe, who is also trained by Angel Fernandez, Riakporhe did an interview a few weeks ago on Sky Sports where he said when AJ's in the gym, he doesn't talk to anybody. He just comes in, does his sparring, does his training, barely talks to anyone. And so some people are going to look at that and say that's the problem. Being introvert has its advantages, but it also has issues that come with it. Because someone who doesn't verbalize their problems to the closest people around them, who bottles everything up, those problems can cause, can basically be compounded. They can turn on you. You can start overthinking because of the fact that you're not externalizing the stuff that's going on in your head. This is what some people are going to say about Anthony Joshua. So some people will think that, well, AJ needs to be in the kind of gym where he has camaraderie with people and they're laughing and joking, maybe, taking the mick out of each other a little bit and having interaction with high-level fighters. And that's certainly what Robert Garcia seems to think, because he told Anthony Joshua that if he's going to train him again, he wants AJ to be in his gym. He wants to train in the United States, or at least he told the middleman who then conveyed that to Anthony Joshua previously. So, look, I'm not sure exactly what the correct solution is, but I suspect that Anthony Joshua, whoever he works with next, he's going to want someone who won't be so ready to reveal things about their relationship with him to the press. Somebody perhaps more like Rob McCracken. And I'm not talking about from a technical perspective. I just mean from a personality perspective. Rob McCracken very rarely spoke to the press. And when he did, he held his cards close to his chest in relation to, what was going on in the gym with Anthony Joshua. So maybe AJ's looking for somebody more like that. Virgil Hunter, who AJ has apparently been in the gym with again recently, he seems to be one of those kind of guys who keeps his cards close to his chest. He's kind of this father figure type person and doesn't really reveal much about what's going on in the gym. Occasionally he has, but he hasn't gone too far with it. Maybe Robert Garcia went too far for Anthony Joshua's taste. As far as Derek James, I haven't heard him really talk about what's going on in the gym. Maybe I haven't paid enough attention to Derek James's interviews on YouTube. I don't know, but I haven't really heard too much about him revealing what it's like in the gym with certain fighters, unless it's good stuff, right? Like with Errol Spence. So that's my take on the Robert Garcia interviews. I'm not saying that Robert Garcia has done anything wrong from a moral perspective, but from the perspective of continuing to train Anthony Joshua and getting a cut of that money, it probably wasn't wise to have talked so much to the media about, AJ's performance against Usyk, and particularly what it was like dealing with AJ in the gym. Probably an unwise move from that perspective. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.